Today we received an exciting announcement from the Clash of Clans team. Clan games are coming. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited and what you are hoping for. Remember, Darian's clue was the letter Q. Make sure to subscribe for lots more update information. I will bring it to you guys as soon as I can, and make sure to leave a like if you are excited. But let's get into today's video. This is the Clash Cup recap for Week 3, Elite Gaming versus One Hive. If you're interested in joining Elite Gaming, the information is on the screen there now. But we are getting straight into the Town Hall 10 BoWitch attack, which we did show you in a guide not too long ago. Link is in the top right there. TT, one of our expert attackers at this. You will see in the very north he is using a minion just to create a funnel. That is for his bowlers and witches to walk around the outside, whilst he has his queen walking around the south of the base here. Now it's all base dependent, guys. You can see across the very north that the bowlers and witches aren't really going to get hit by too much splash damage. Meanwhile, down in the south, the queen is taking that out in terms of the wizard towers and the bomb towers. You can also notice how the two inferno towers can easily be accessed via just 2 jump spells. So once that funnel is created at both the north and the south, we then have most of our bowlers coming forward. A couple of golems just to tank as we come forward initially. Taking the second golem in this one, I surmise, because towards the end of the raid, you will see there's quite a lot of point defense, but you will see exactly how deadly the bowlers are as they come through here. You can see the rage spells really power them forward. Just check out the second bounce of the boulder. That is the secret to the bowlers. You can see taking out the air defense there to help the queen, taking out the expo, taking out the wizard tower following the clan castle. It just goes on and on. They then take out the arch tower behind the expo. That is the issue in terms of having your point defense, and any of your defenses for that matter, directly behind another. You can see at the very north there, taking out an archer tower without even being right next to it. That's where the bowlers are so powerful, guys. That's why that rage spell in the center is very important in order to get that damage onto the buildings on the back end of the core as well. And that is exactly why we talked about in the guide early rage spells. You can really utilize that on plenty of bowlers and you get that bounce. So just think, they're not just doing the damage where they are. Even though you're using the rage spell quite early on, they're actually getting that bonus pushed right the way through the base. So they're taking out the core. Then when you use the rage spell in the core, they're actually doing damage to the other defenses at the other side. As you can see, Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 triple. It is happening, guys. The bowlers and witches, it can be done at Town Hall 10. We have another example of it here. Again, check out this base. Air defense right the way through the center, so we're not going to have to worry about our queen getting damaged in terms of the queen walk. There's limited splash damage on the outside. There is a few on this one. There is the mortar, which isn't going to do a lot of damage really with its positioning, and we have one wizard tower across that side. We can get to both of the inferno towers though. That is the key part. The queen is very much, you will see in this raid, that is what keeps the raid alive. So you really need them bases where she's going to be able to get around the side without them air defense giving much grief. So a lot of comments in terms of the guide. What happens if there's not a lava hound in the CC? Well, you can see all of your spells are used in the center there. So as the bowlers come forward, you have the 2 rage spells, which really help to power them forward. Take 2 poison spells, guys. No matter what is in that CC, you can take it down with 2 poison spells. And the bowlers, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but it gets hits onto the bowlers. They're enraged. They're super quick. They're running around the core. If there's a dragon up there, it is so slow. And 2 poison spells, you will get that down, guys. It is base dependent. You know, I'm not saying that this is a flawless plan. You're going to be able to wipe every Town Hall 10. This is what happens at the end of the raid. The bowlers are down. They have done their job though. They've taken out the core. You're just left with these back end defenses. Gets a little bit close on this one, but as you can see, taking out the defenses at the back end with the rest of the bowlers and witches and the queen, well, that was just clutch. Ever so close. But Town Hall 10v10 triple, especially at this level, it doesn't happen very often, guys. Especially not with the BoWitch attacks. We've really got them down. Let's move on to a few Town Hall 9. I am going to show you a couple of different ones because I feel I've kind of hand selected a couple of different variety of attacks to really give you a feel for what strategies we're using. But I loved this Lavaloon attack, and you'll see why, because it really demonstrates balloon pathing. So as you see here, the sacrificial balloons in the start there was not to lure the CC or anything like that. It was to control the pathing of the balloons. So taking out them two defenses, you can see now bringing the heroes in from the very west, there are no defenses in this area. When we come in from the north with the balloons, you can see how nothing is going to track west. There is no chance them balloons are going to move across to the west of the base and spread out. They're all going to come directly down the base. And the reason we start off on the very east here with this wizard tower and cannon is so that as them balloons come down the base, they're not then moving out to the side of the base and losing time. So you can see here we failed to take that cannon. Notice how the balloons have to come out to come back over again. That means they're taking extra hits, it's adding more time. You can see at the bottom here though, as we take out the cannons on the outside, the balloons continue right through them heavy, thick defenses in the middle where the real damage is to take them down. The heal spell at the very end, really just to protect over that splash damage. But just check out how many balloons we have left. I mean, we have the expo at the end here, but it is going down. We have really nicely controlled the pathing of the balloons, and that is where the secret to really smashing Lavaloon attacks does really come in. You can see two balloons at the end as well, very helpful for cleanup, especially with them high HP storages in Town Hall. We'd have got that anyway, but hey, it's really nice to just focus in on them real key specifics in order to get them 3 stars. I haven't even mentioned, guys, we've been shown the scoreboard. One Hive, massive props to them. They did come out on top in this war. Takes Elite Gaming's flawless streak at this point. We won our first 2 matches comfortably. Did take the defeat to One Hive, but we're still in good standing, guys. Brought you a strategy guide for this not too long ago as well. It is the Town Hall 9 Dragon Attack. You can see Zapquake at the very top. That takes out 2 air defense. Again, I'll link the video in the top right, but we broke this down for you. 2 air defense are down. We're using the heroes to take out a 3rd, and you really want to control the pathing of your balloons on the 4th. So to decide which ones you take out, that's how you go about it. Queen is going to take out a 3rd here, and then when we control the pathing of the balloons at the back end, you'll see this in a second, you want to get to that 4th air defense and then onto that 2nd expo as soon as possible. So not only have we taken down 3 air defense, look at the amount of base we've taken out. With 30% through before we've even started the dragon attack, and most importantly, the funnel is very nicely set. Going to get the CC lure. Can't get my words out, guys. Going to get the CC lure here as well, but it's not going to be an issue for the dragons. Archers can sometimes be a bit of an issue, but we decided to take the haste spell on this one. You'll see why, because it was ever so important to get to that air defense. Gonna come in a second, but what I was gonna say is that the dragons really, the funnel's being set. They're gonna come straight into the defenses. Notice how they're in the core of the base. They're not around the outside. Here is that back end Lavaloon portion. Lava Hound very nicely just pins onto that air defense right before it gets in range of the dragons. The haste spell is used effectively to get the balloons to it, get it down again before the dragons get within range, and even though they weren't needed, the pathing and planning was correct to get them onto that expo to take it down. And hey, this base is gone. It's always nice to have them balloons just coming across as well, helping your dragons. And you can see the Lava Hound, you've only got 1 air defense, so really you're trying to set off some air bombs. It's probably going to survive, guys, and then what happens is it will just move from defense to defense and really help to protect the rest of your troops. So you can see them few Teslas at the back end there. The Lava Hound really helping to just tank that little bit. Shame it didn't pop just to help with cleanup troops, but really on the correct base where you can break things down, take out the air defense, the dragons aren't going to fail, guys. They literally steamroll bases, and you're not going to run out of time if you've planned it correctly either, because you will sweep from one side of the base to the other and just have so many dragons left over. So again, it is a very nice Town Hall 9 attack. If you have them bases where you can take advantage of the air defense, I highly recommend doing it, guys. Again, we've mentioned so many times in recent months how the Go Hobo attack is just fantastic at Town Hall 9. Still works, we haven't been using it quite as much, but it still very much works. Look at this sneaky hog at the start, just coming in to take out that mortar, and what that does, it controls the golems here. Look, they're not going to be walking around the outside to that mortar. They pin onto the wall exactly where we want them, because what you need, what is key for this attack for it to work, is you're taking 3 golems. You're really putting a lot into your kill squad here. You need to make sure that your clan castle bowlers get into the core, guys. They cannot go around the outside, or you know, you're not going to have the control that you would normally have. So the funnel is set. Look, the entire side of the base there is gone before the bowlers come in. They come forward with the heroes and all of them golems to protect, and these spells are used very much on the bowlers. Them and the heroes are the key which set up this attack. You then take 2 jump spells. You want to get deep into the base. You want to take out most of them defenses, and it's not like the old Go-Ho attacks where you would just take a small kill squad, take out a couple of objectives and hog the rest of the base. Although it can still work at Town Hall 9, guys, what we found is taking them heavier kill squads, getting right forward. Look at the defenses on the back end. There's only a couple here. We can then control the hog riders and where we want them to go. So again, just one coming in with the giant in order to take down that mortar wouldn't really matter, because at this point we can control the pathing of the hogs. However, we want to space them around that wizard tower. There's still a splash damage defense. So again, because we have used all of our spells on the bowlers, you don't want to have your hogs hitting, i.e. the giant bomb there, and taking a lot of damage from the wizard tower. Space them out, come in with that surgical approach, and then you're just protecting them. Some of them are still going to get hit, but they're not getting splashed on the massive group. This base is designed to protect against the witch slap strategy. That's why you might be thinking, why is the giant bombs on the outside of the base? Any witches walking around the outside, boom. If it's a fresh hit, you don't know it's there, then you are going to go down with it, guys. Again, cleanup troops are very helpful in terms of the wizards, just to help clean the rest of these trash buildings, and again, help you get the 3 stars. So let's show you one more attack here then, guys, from this war, and then we'll wrap it up. Again, massive props to One Hive, but you know, we're still in good standing here for the Clash Cup League. We've won 2, and this is our first loss. Here is the Witch Slap strategy then. In terms of base design, what you might have just saw me looking at there, highlighting the air defense. Like we were discussing in the BoWitch attack Town Hall 10, that is key. If you can get around the base with your witches on one side healed and your queen on the other, you know, this does vary. Sometimes you can send the heroes right through the middle. All depends on the base design, all depends on your strategy and style as well. You can see here EFX bringing the queen around the outside, but there's no healers. He still has them in his army. Well, you can see air defense are in that area. The queen has better range than the witches, so that's why you would want to bring the queen around this side. Doesn't want to put the healers in just yet, because there's still a wizard there, which might steal the healers. So as soon as he goes down, healers are in to help bring that queen up. She wasn't in any immediate danger anyway. We had a lot of troops in the middle there, but that's where you would decide which is on what side and the queen on the other. The queen has better range, basically. She can reach them air defense and have the healers a little better protected than if you came in with the witches. Towards the back end here, the air defense are going to start to cause a little bit of an issue. But the base is down. You know, your witches, you can sacrifice some of them at this point because the base is down. If they went straight away though, then you're not spawning as much skeletons. You're not able to protect yourselves and the witches themselves against the point defense right down the edge of the base. And again, the air defense, they're not actually going to do damage to the witches, so it's not as big of an issue. Getting to the end of the base here then, you can see plenty of witches still alive, with that one wizard just sneaking in there. Unfortunately goes down, but it is worthwhile taking some wizards because they can sneak in between the skeletons get massive damage, and again you can see there is the queen alive at the end with the healers. It helps so much, guys. Skeletons helping with that one, but that wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've been your host, Judo, Sloth, and until next time, peace out.